My name is Mohammed Fakri Aditya, but you can call me Fakri. This is Landsat 8, an Earth observing and photographic system which takes pictures of the Earth. Let's see. This is the battery which controls the electrical subsystems. This is an antenna which relays images. This is a GPS antenna. GPS, global positioning system. And this is the structure to protect it. Instrument deck, which keeps all of its instruments like cameras and stuff high. And this is the propulsion module. This is what we're going to focus on today because this is a very important piece of the Landsat 8 next to the altitude control. This pretty much moves the spacecraft because there's no wind in space, not counting solar wind, but that doesn't move anything necessarily. This is the bus. This is all the Landsat 8 subsystem. This is the bus. Structure and everything's over here. This is the electrical power system. Control gives the spacecraft control. This is thermal control subsystem. Makes sure the thing doesn't overheat and die down, explode, burn, so on and so forth. This is communications, communicates to us, relays us pictures back. Altitude control, controls the subsystems, and controls where the spacecraft is. Sun shield protects the spacecraft from solar rays. This is for the solar arrays, which also power the spacecraft. And then this is the propulsion system, which the altitude controller directly controls, meaning that if this sees something wrong in its orbit, this thing automatically responds. This is a hydrazine thruster. Landsat 8 uses 8 of those. 8. This is not what it will look like. It will look more realistic, obviously, and not simplistic as this. This is the hydrazine fuel tank. It will go through this area, then into the valve to destroy everything but oxygen, and this oxygen makes it burn. It will go through here, through the beds, and then it will burn up out here, which the oxygen will power the flames. This is a more complicated picture. This is the hydrazine. This is where the hydrazine is used. This is the valve as shown earlier. This is where all the hydrazine goes through the injector feed tube, and the oxygen too. This is where the two elements are compounds and components are separate. Gases or liquids are separate. Well, oxygen is a gas at this point. They're all heated up, and then they're spewed out in the exhaust gases. Out comes ammonia, nitrogen, and hydrogen. All that pushes the spacecraft up, or in the case of Landsat 8, moves it sideways. This sideways motion is caused by Newton's third law. Every action has an equal but opposite reaction, as shown here. Earth's gravitational pull is very powerful. You need a strong force. This is strong force. It pushes it up. Voila, it goes into space. Hopefully. Now, Landsat 8 is different. There's no wind or anything to help it. So it still has to use a good amount of force so it can move. And there's no gravity. It's all vacuum in space. Although the ancients thought there was ether, which is not true. So anyways, all of this propulsion makes it orbit around the Earth. Now we'll go into the compounds and stuff next. This is the hydrazine. Hydrazine is a colorless liquid. Dangerous. Many other reasons. Poisonous. Drink it, you probably will die. You'll probably only encounter it if you're working with rocket fuel or if you're an astronaut or something. This is anomina. This is what mostly is spewed out Um, this is poisonous. Mix it with bleach, chlorine. That's very painful. Nitrogen, what's seen in a lot of the atmosphere, and this is hydrogen. Again, very common in the universe. Not common on Earth, though. Not that common. And thus conclude this presentation about Landsat 8 and its propulsion system. Yeah. And we're done here.